Good morning, everyone. My name is Raul Seha, and welcome to the Creative Seha channel, where we'll talk about all things photography, videography, and branding. This morning, we'll go over how to take a photo like this and turn it into this, and go a step further and create this. A little bit about myself is that I've been in this realm for quite some time and I love creating, and so I'm inviting you to be part of that process with me. I'll share some tips with you along the way that might be beneficial to you. To add a little bit more context about who I am, I love community, culture, and nostalgia, and San Juan Bautista happens to have all of that and more. So I woke up this morning and I wanted to take a photo of something very simple and wanted to enhance it through Lightroom. What I'm about to show you is a few things that you can do very easily. It shouldn't take very long for you to add a little bit more impact. Let's get started. For those of you who are not familiar with San Juan Bautista, it's very famous for its mission. It's located in San Benito County. Among many other beautiful things in San Juan Bautista, this happens to be its most iconic. And right across from it is the Plaza Hotel, which has these beautiful red doors. And I just wanted to take a picture of it. Let's get to editing in Lightroom. So this is our original photo that we're going to add some color, texture, and some vibrancy to it. Let's just play around with the exposure first. Brighten this up and brighten up the shadows a little bit more and make the darks really black. You could see that there's some intensity going on there, and this is where your photo starts coming alive a little bit more with contrast. And my favorite one, if you want to achieve a rustic look, is clarity. It's a more rustic feel. And you can play around with the highlights. I'm going to darken those a little bit more. I'm going to brighten the exposure a little bit more. Not so much, just like that. Dehaze a little bit. You could already see the colors are changing. Vibrancy, a little bit of vibrancy never really hurts anyone. And then my favorite piece is this here, where we can just add a little bit more color, more texture to the saturation and luminance. And you could see behind here that there's orange and yellow. So let's see if we can bring out those colors a little bit more. There you go, just like that. Don't want to overdo it. And let's see what the yellow brings out here. There you go. I think what we want to achieve here is that there's age with these doors. So I'll go ahead and show you one more thing that might be beneficial to you. It's a nice little trick that I like to use. You want to go over to the brush section, and then you want to just color the door. And you're saying, Raul, this is ruining the door. The picture's going to look horrible, but that's not true. And you'll see in just a second. Brighten up the shadows just like that. Make sure everything's even before you get started. And then play around with the contrast. And then you want to brighten it up a little bit with the whites. And clarity again, my favorite. I'm trying to do this. Just like that, that looks cool. Just like that. And could even add more color to it. Don't be frightened by this at the beginning. It's very red, but you can always change the opacity of how red you want it. Just like that. And it's all, I'm just playing around with the levels now, so that red really pops. So now you can see where we started at from the beginning to our end result. So you might be saying to yourself, well, it's just a red door, like how boring is that? But if you place a subject over it, it adds a lot more value. So let me show you. So here I took a photo of myself and I did the same process that I just showed you just now. I did something extra, so you can see here that I pop a little bit more. And I think I'll save that for the next video, because you can make your photos come to life, and you could do that by doing something like this. But for now, if you like what you see, go ahead and leave a comment, give it a like, subscribe, what have you. Until next time.